Okie dokie, here we go. This is my opinion on At Grave's End, Book 3 of the Night Huntress series by Janine Frost. So here we go, synopsis time. We pick right back up with Cat and Bones. They're out there hunting vampires, doing their thing. During one of their missions, they end up getting betrayed, and their location ends up getting leaked. And guess who's back? It's the Dickhead Dad Club with Max. So he comes in. He tries to kill Kat and her mom because, yeah, he's an asshole. But he also lets slip that he's got new protection and new backers, so they know that somebody higher up is after them. Bones ends up torturing and killing Max to make an example of him. So, yeah, don't screw with Kat or you get the full brunt of Bones. So they end up moving their compound. They're trying to, figure out who's after them. They get an idea of who it is, and part of it is that Menkeres comes to Bones and he offers to merge their lines and become co-ruler, and by doing that, Menkeres will also gift part of his crazy high powers to Bones. They do that. Ian gets his feathers ruffled by that a little bit, but he gets over it. So Bones gets a massive upgrade in power, and after that is when shit starts hitting the fan, because you find out who's after them is Patra, the daughter of Cleopatra and Menkeres' wife. And you're going, why is she after them? Because Menkeres, who has the gift of prophecy, had a vision that a man would marry a woman who was neither human, nor vampire, nor ghoul, and this man would kill Patra. So Patra is trying to kill Bones before he kills her. It's your typical, you will meet your fate on the road you take to avoid it shenanigans. So they bring in some extra backup of a character that I absolutely love, and I'll talk about him in a minute. Then they pull a trick to try to trap Patra. It doesn't work, and Bones gets killed. This is actually a pretty rough scene to go through. I mean, it hits you in the feels. Kat almost ends up committing suicide during this, but the new character I will talk about talks her off the ledge, and she decides, you know what, no, I'm going to get revenge for Bones. I'm not going to let Patra go unpunished for this. But then guess what? Bones isn't actually dead. That's part of his new power-ups, is that he can shrivel himself to basically look like he's dead, so basically playing possum. They get back together. They're trying to formulate a plan to go after Patra. They find out there's a traitor in their midst. And then, they find the traitor, execute him. And then, oh god, Patra sends a absolute horde of zombies to come kill them all. And they end up defeating the zombies. Some side characters get axed. And then Menkeres does some crazy magic. And they end up killing Patra. Prophecy fulfilled, somber ending. So yeah, this definitely has a more somber ending, because out of the people that get killed, Denise's husband Randy gets axed, and two side vampires that we kind of got to know a little bit in this one also get axed. Again, it's feels, but not that hard of feels, because we don't really know any of these characters very well. So as far as characters go this time, Bones' big thing is getting the major power-up, so now he's a mind reader, and he's got the shrinky dink powers, so he's got that going for him now. Kat's big thing this time is embracing more of her vampiric side, seeing as she has to step up after Bones is presumed dead, because, like I said, guy talks her off the cliff is Vladislav Basarab, otherwise known as Vlad Tepes, otherwise known as Dracula. But don't call him Dracula, that just pisses him off. So yeah, Vlad is in this now. He and Bones do not get along. They have a tendency, they don't like each other, but they respect each other, and they have a tendency to snipe. It's great. I love Vlad's relationship with Kat, because again, he's the one that helps talk her off the cliff, because he talks about his own past and his first wife who committed suicide. And yeah, they have a really great platonic friendship. They're bros, and I absolutely love whenever they're together. It's great. It's really nice to see just a platonic friendship between a guy and a gal in a romance novel that isn't love triangle. They're like, yeah, Vlad talks. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I thought about it, but you love Bones. I know I don't have a chance. You'll never leave him, so, hands off. We'll just be friends. Which, speaking of people who can't take a goddamn hint, let's bring up our boy Tate. God, Tate is annoying. I honestly I hate Tate. He drives me up a goddamn wall because his whole thing is that he's in love with Kat and he constantly is like, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. And he's just like rubbing it in Bones' face like, I'm in love with your wife. And I'm like, dude, just stop. And Kat has told him many, many times, I will never leave Bones. And I'm just like, Tate, dude, this is just sad at this point. And yeah, he just drives me up a wall. Yeah, I am not a fan of Tate. So yeah, otherwise this is a pretty somber ending. It does set up a few points for future books, mostly with the two standalone novels that are coming up. Is that Denise is a main character in one, and Min Carries is a major character in the other. So now that both of their spouses have been wiped out in this book, they get their own romance novels now. I will be getting to those. Those come up. I've got one more book for Night Huntress, and then it'll be the two standalone novels. So yeah, those are coming up. So overall, I still really enjoyed this book. I give it a solid 4 out of 5 for Night Huntress at Gravesend, but hey, that's just my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's totally cool. Leave your comments down below if there's anything you'd like to see me take a crack at in the future. Next up is the Scandalous Marriage of Lady Isabella, or Lady Isabella's Scandalous Marriage. I think I said that backwards. But I'm listening to that right now, and I will give you guys my thoughts on that in a little while.